What's the deal? It's JoJo. You already know how that go. You feel me? So today we in a different environment, as y'all can tell. We got a little podcast set up, you feel me? So this is season 1, episode 1. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all subscribe, because we about to have a whole bunch to talk about on this podcast. All right, we just letting it all out, you feel me? So for this first episode, we just gonna get into introduction as to who, what, when, where, why, how, you feel me? So if you new here, here's the introduction. If you were here, you kind of know that I was already vlogging. I just had to branch off and do a little podcast. That's not to say that I won't vlog anymore, but this is something I can consistently go to and do, you feel me? Money. You ready? I'm talking about you ready. So let's just relax, you know. Breathe in, breathe out. This is more so like spiritually, worldly, me, you. This podcast is live, uncut, in real. You hear me? So everything on this podcast should be helpful towards you, should be helpful towards me. Maybe later on down the line, connections will be able to be made so that therefore I can interact with you guys. You know, I ain't gonna say too much, but that's my plans, all right? So to get into it, those of you that do not know me, I am Jody, JoJo, you feel me? Jodeci. I done got the name Jodeci too, you feel me? If you know, you know. But I am a artist, a content creator, and from this day forward, a podcaster. You know, we about to fill this podcasting thing out. I feel like I'm gonna really like this. I feel like I'm gonna get in tune more to myself by doing this, because it's just relaxed. It's not, oh, I need angles, and then, you know, I could just really show y'all like me, for me. So for starters, okay, told y'all who I am. If we need to get more into detail into that, drop questions below. Anything that you want to ask me, anything that y'all want to talk about on the podcast, we can do that, all right? This is a open-minded situation. So about my podcast, what I actually want to do, I just want to be real with everything, uncut, you feel me, and just be authentic, you know. There will never be another podcast like this one, alright? I'm just saying, you feel me? I'm just saying. So my intentions with this podcast is to bring authenticity out of me, out of you, and to help prosper everybody in this situation that's looking at me, you feel me? Like, I feel like it's a bigger picture to this podcast. We just winging it at this point, but I do know what I want to do with this podcast, you feel me? Yes, I will have guests on this podcast. It's not gonna be like, it's just gonna be real, authentic. That's why it's called Live, Uncut, and Real. Now, if y'all guys would like me to separate my vlogging from my podcast, let me know, because I was having a debate about that, but I'll figure it out. But if the season is started on here, then we might as well just finish it, you feel me? So this is season 1, episode 1. So how I'm doing it, we're going by seasons, literally, y'all. Seasons. So winter, spring, summer, fall. That's how the seasons go. So you get amount of episodes during that season, and then we switch, you know. And however I feel the flow of things and what I want to talk about on here, that's how it's gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it out, but I'm also gonna just go with the flow with this, all right? So why do I want to do this podcast? I've explained that I just want to bring authenticity up out of me, up out of you. I want to help and teach about everything, you know. I want to have these conversations. Maybe I can say something that you've been feeling and relating on, then I can say it, and you be like, you know, you feel me? You just never know. It's live, uncut, and real, you know. So how did I come about this? I came about this actually because I was vlogging. You know, I was doing my vlogs. I've been vlogging for like about 4 years now. I wouldn't say like extra consistent, but consistent enough that I was like making videos enough within that year, if that makes sense. But I wasn't consistently like a video every week, or you know, starting to run out of ideas. Like, I just wanted to do something different, and here we are. This what brought me to this. I've been wanting to do a podcast like a long time ago. I just never sat down and actually did it. So I'm just like, I wasn't in that mind space to do it. Like, everybody got their own path, everybody got their own dream, and I felt like I needed to be in that mindset to be like, okay, I'm going to actually sit down and I'm going to actually do this podcast. Or I actually got the energy to put out on this podcast. You know, I don't like recording and I'm not in that energy to record, because then I feel like I'm just like cutting on the camera and just being fake, you know. I don't like that. So today is the day, January 15th, actually. That's crazy. January 15th, I've started season 1, episode 1 of Live.Uncut.Real. Okay? I'm gonna drop a podcast either every week or every other 2 weeks, because remember, the whole season is winter, spring, fall. So we got a long time, all right? A long time to talk about a lot of stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna have guests on here as well. So maybe sometimes when I have guests, I'm gonna let them take the way, you know? I'm gonna lead it and just let the conversation flow, you feel me? Y'all gotta stay tuned, you know? Y'all gotta stay involved, because this is going to evolve. And I'm just talking with my hands and stuff, but it's just like, yeah. But anyways, yes, I will allow things such as, you know, drinks, or, you know, some people do that. We're not gonna discriminate. This is a podcast of no discrimination, no judgment zone, okay? Just let it all out. Now, so to talk a little bit more about dreams and how I wanted to, we just gonna get into me, because this is the introduction of my podcast and the introduction of me, you know. So ever since I was a youngin', you feel me, I just knew that it was something that I was gonna do to prosper, elevate, and become rich earthly wise, because it's a such thing as being rich in spirit and rich in like material, you know. Now, on the next podcast episode, we're gonna get into all that, what I'm really trying to say. But since I was young, I started off, I wanted to be a singer, okay? I used to look at the Sweet 16s and all that, and I used to be like, man, before I turn 16, I'm gonna be doing big things, you feel me? No, it didn't work out like that, but at least I had the thought, the dream to conquer. I always used to like just be like the person that like, you can do anything you put your mind to. You can do anything you put your mind to. And I spoke in that and I walked in that. Everybody always asks me like, how are you able to do this? How are you able to do that? I said, I can do anything I put my mind to. And it's from like I said, I wanted to be a singer, right? I let it go. I was becoming more hard and more aggressive in spirit. So I felt like maybe I should maneuver over to rap a little bit more. Now, rapping, I was rapping, but I was more of like using my vocals as becoming a singer. I stopped, and around middle school or something, we ended up having I had music back in middle school, so we had to write our own rap, and we had to actually like record in front of our whole class. First of all, when I wrote my rap, I wrote it in one class. Like one day, one class. I wrote it, I was finished. Everybody was still writing their rhymes for like probably a week, or I don't know, a couple days after. Yeah, maybe some people may have been playing or whatever, but when I did my rap, I wrote it and that was it. When I recorded it, it was just like everybody messed with it. Like at that point, I just knew it was just like something. You feel me? Like I'm in middle school writing rhymes. Even in elementary, like I was doing it, but nobody knew. It was me and my sisters. We would just always be rapping, singing, making up songs. Like I still remember I made a Metro PCS song. Like I feel like I was the first person to make music with, oh wow, it cut off, y'all. So I got meditation music on, y'all. No copyright, but I feel like that's the vibes. Anyway, I still remember my Metro PCS. I use it all day. My Metro PCS. I use it all day. Yeah, my Metro so good. I used to have a Verizon. Now I got a Metro and I can talk on it all day. Metro PCS, yeah. I don't know why that will never leave my head, but I made that up. And we made up another song. It was like, it's over tonight. Yeah, yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm tired of your games, boy. Yeah, treat me like I'm just a toy. Yeah, no matter what you do, say, cause it's over tonight. Don't wanna fuss or fight. Yeah, cause I'm with my girls tonight. We was the real Destiny Child. You know what I'm talking about? We was the Destiny Child, bro. And it was like, I feel like if we would have took ourselves serious and cause I feel like we had the materials around us. Like my cousin was a singer, he was doing his thing. You feel me? We did have the materials around us, but we was focused on other things. You know, we ended up growing older, growing apart. My sister's like 4 years older than me, 4 or 5 years older than me. They going off into high school. I'm getting into middle school. I'm cheering now. Like everything just started separating and becoming what it was. Now, I'm the type of person, I feel like everything happens for a reason, you feel me? So I don't regret how it happened. I don't feel like, I wish we would have made it when we was young, because there's a lot of stuff behind that, you feel me? You know, so I feel like everything happens for a reason. But what I'm getting into is like, I had a dream. It all started with a dream, you know? I still pursue basically what I had my dream about, and I'm just adding more to it, to the bag, you feel me? It's not nothing that I can't do. You feel me? It's not nothing that I can't do, and me saying that, I feel like you should put that in your mindset. Like, there's not nothing that I can't do. If you're willing, you can, all right? If you're willing, you can. Now, coming forward to like YouTube, all right? So, I'll say I'm leaving, no, am I in high school? Okay, when I was in high school, I used to just like record a lot off my phone. I was on, what is that called? Periscope. I was on Periscope. I used to get numbers on Periscope. Like I used to just go live and like just be on Periscope just recording. And one day it just clicked in my head. I say, I'm doing all this recording. Why not just make a YouTube channel and try to prosper from that? You feel me? So that's what happened. I did my first video. You know, everybody does something for the first time somewhere, somehow, you know. So that was my first time actually doing a YouTube video. It was good, you know. I kept going. I was making videos. I was actually feeling it. I ain't gonna lie. I end up dropping like my last video. I left it alone for some months, right? And I kept thinking about it after I left it alone. And I'm like, if I'm thinking about it, it's something that I gotta, you know, feel for, something my spirit want me to keep doing. So I ended up going back. That's when I was just dropping, you know, just dropping. And, you know, I wasn't getting like thousands of views or anything, but that really didn't matter to me because I was dropping for myself, you know. And as I kept going and went along, like, I started getting compliments, you know, like, your video's funny, woo, woo, woo. But then life, you know, life happens. I end up slowing up. And during the time when I was kind of, no, I take that back. So I was in my prime, you know, I was doing YouTube. I was able to, I think this was around pandemic time. Then I had room to make videos, you feel me? I didn't have nothing else on the agenda but to stay focused and do YouTube and make content. TikTok came along. I started flooding TikTok. Just flooding TikTok. Just doing what I wanted to do. Like, it wasn't even on no board stuff. I just really was making content, trying to make my way with the content. And it was like, my mindset was like, if this don't work, then this gonna work. If that don't work, then that's gonna work. You feel me? Like, that's just how my mindset was. So I got on TikTok. I started flooding TikTok. I ended up posting a video, y'all. Listen to this clearly. This video was a mistake. First of all, and like I say, I was going to the gym around this time. I had time to go to the gym. I had time to take care of myself. You know, it was the pandemic, so we was free. Think about it. If you didn't utilize that free time and like enjoyed yourself and took on your dream, then I don't know what. I mean, it's supposed to have been the worst time, but it was like the best time. You feel me? So, with that being said, I had time to make more videos and all that stuff. I dropped this one video on TikTok, right? It was a mistake. I was recording, and it was like that, something like that. Am I still recording? My camera is starting to blink. So that means I might be running out of space, but we're gonna finish this up, okay? Like I say, I messed up on that video because you know you're supposed to make the snapshots. If y'all on TikTok, y'all know TikTok, then y'all know what I'm saying. Follow me on TikTok too, by the way, at jojo.dd_inspires. Boom, you feel me? Tap in. I posted a video, which was a mistake, okay? That mistaken video blew up. And all it was just me thinking I was posing for a snap. And I made a mistake and I realized, and I just ran up to the camera and grabbed it. That's it. Blew up. 1.2 million views. You feel me? That's when all my followers started coming in. I gained heck of followers. Like, and some people, you get some people that blow up and they get like 1.2 million, but people won't follow you, you know? So it was something where my life is at peace in this very moment. I have stuff pop up on my phone, affirmations and stuff, but I had to read that out because it is at peace. I don't, you know. But anyways, I popped out with that video and I started making more videos. going on. But I sloped back down, you know. Once you get that spot, I feel like you gotta stay at that spot and you gotta keep going. You can't like fumble the bag. And I feel like half of me did, but half of me was just like, it was life, you know. Right during that time, that's like when the pandemic was slowing up and everything, it was starting to open back up and all that stuff. I had to go back and get a job, you know. Me personally, jobs, but the environment I was in, it was like, I had to get a job, basically. Now, I won't say that a job has not made me elevate, but it is hindering a lot of my time. And I feel like that's why I can't really like go. I'm not trying to blame it, because I could do anything I really want to, but it's like the job that I'm in is like, it's overwhelming. It really is. It is. But I'm not gonna keep making that excuse. That's why I say this right here, right now, is the best thing for me. I want to do it, and I can make time for it. Yet I am still involved, like I said. But this, do I have anything else to say? I'm gonna end this with a quote. I do actually want to talk a little bit more, but I'm gonna say that for the next podcast, you feel me? I'm gonna end this off with me saying all of that. Wow, I had the quote in my head and it just disappeared. Keep moving forward. I'm just end it with that one, you know. Keep moving forward. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that your heart, your soul, your purpose, you have to complete the mission. Okay? You weren't placed on this earth to not do nothing. You're here for something. You're here to guide somebody. You're here to help somebody. You know, everybody got a purpose. Know that. And everybody don't have the same purpose. It's always your path and your path only. Remember that. Once you discover your path and you take that journey, unstoppable. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say, you know. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all come back for the second episode. This is me, authentically, and come back, because I will be here.